Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Rivalry Radio Sports Network. We are your hosts, Hunter and Gabe, and today we were looking at NFL mock drafts for both of our teams. We will be using my screen, but Gabe will be overdoing the Chiefs. I will just be selecting the players for him. So first, to the Titans, 7-round mock draft. Trades are allowed, and let's get this thing started, I guess.
Who you picking at number 7?
It's either gonna be Joe Alt or Malik Neighbors. We're trying to see which one's available. There goes Neighbors. There goes Adunze. Harrison fell to sixth.
I don't understand it, but all right.
No, 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 no. Okay, I got to take Joe Alt. Joe Alt is the best tackle on the board, and he's a position that we need. So I'll
He's
just
one
go
of the
Joe Alt
best
first.
tackle prospects we've ever seen.
Yeah, kind of watch Lad McConkey, Brock Bowers. See the Chiefs picking this one.
The Chiefs are going to.
They picked. Okay,
What?
now at 38. Ooh, I can't pass up on Adonai Mitchell at 38.
How did he fall to 38?
I don't know how he fell to 38, but
I'm shocked.
I am too.
I didn't see him going out of the first round.
I didn't either.
I thought for sure he was going to go to Buffalo.
Yeah, I go to Buffalo or somebody.
Buffalo had 29, right? 28.
I think so.
I saw him for
We're
sure.
going to be waiting for a minute because the Titans' next pick is 106. So there they are right there. All right, let's see.
Y'all traded all your draft picks away.
We really did. But
And how do you feel about that?
It's not the complete end of the world.
Y'all did acquire some weapons, so
I don't think that the position we definitely don't need is defensive back. I'll probably take this edge rusher, Brandon Dorless, out of Oregon, because we need an extra edge rusher because our D line is looking kind of scarce right now.
and so Harold Landry's getting a little old.
Well, not that really. He just missed a year because of injury.
I swear he's been in the league for however many years now.
It seems like it, but he's actually not been in there that long. All right, we're waiting until 146.
When was he drafted? How old is he?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, well, enough on Harold Landry. What's your next pick going to be? I would say y'all need a tight end.
Honestly,
Got Chig, so
yeah, we got Chigakonkwo. Probably going to take this Dwayne Carter, another defensive lineman, at 146 because there's none of these other positions we really need.
I'm surprised y'all
So
I'm surprised you're not specifically focusing on your offense, like your O line specifically.
well, I mean, if you look here, there's not really until you get to Rosengarten down here from Washington. I'm trying to beef up the D line, which we really need, and I got our left tackle that we really needed.
No, you got Big Jeff. You got Big Jeff Simmons. You're fine.
If he's the only guy on that defensive line, we're not great.
Fair enough.
Because right now he pretty much is, besides our edge rushers or our outside linebackers, I should say.
Fair enough.
We're going to reject that. Probably, might take that linebacker from Texas or the safety from Utah.
Which linebacker from Texas? Ford? Was that his last name? Yeah.
Yeah, Jalen Ford or Sion Vaki from Utah. Probably going to take the safety, honestly.
I thought y'all said you don't need defensive backs. Whatever happened to not needing defensive backs?
We don't need corners. We need another safety besides Amani Hooker. I may have said that wrong earlier. I don't know. But now, what's our next pick? It's 227. This is getting to the point of the draft where we just need to buff up other positions. Yeah,
Who just took Joe Milton? I just saw Joe Milton go off the board. Who took him?
I don't know. Okay, I'm going to take Tyron Hopper here, this linebacker from Missouri.
The person who took Joe Milton probably didn't need a quarterback, to be quite honest.
Well, Joe Milton's got an arm on him, that's for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
He's got the best arm in the draft.
Well, what I'm saying
This is
because he's got the best,
probably
he probably went to a team that didn't need a quarterback. Just because how ironic would that be?
yeah. Probably going to take this interior offensive lineman from NC State, Dylan McMahon. So we
Mm-hmm.
need some backups and some buff up on the interior line. So, wow, look at those picks. A plus, A plus, A plus, A plus, A plus, A plus, A plus.
I think an NFL team needs to sign you as GM.
I think so too. Okay.
How would you feel about taking over the GM position for Tennessee?
No, I would not be. I would not be qualified for that. Ron Carthon is a legend.
No, what I'm saying is,
Probably in this scenario, okay, it's the 7th round. Probably just going to take this running back. It's a suggestion, and it's just an extra guy that can make his way onto the practice squad or a team, or the team if,
if
say,
someone, if
Spears or Pollard get hurt.
sure,
He's
if
one of
someone,
those late round picks that doesn't really matter all that too much.
fair enough.
He was
Hey,
another A plus, so I ain't complaining.
seventh round picks can do some good. Look at Isaiah Pacheco.
Look at Brock Purdy.
I was gonna say Isaiah Pacheco was the best seventh round pick I've ever seen, but I think Brock Purdy takes the cake on that one.
Look at this draft though. A plus,
Solid
A
A.
plus, A plus, A plus, A plus.
So basically, what we're trying to see now is am I as good of a GM as Hunter?
Good luck with that.
The question that does need to be answered. That is a
Well, I gotta.
really good mock draft. The fact that you got Joe Alt and Adonai Mitchell is absolutely crazy to me.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. So let's go. Okay. Now we're on to Kansas City.
Oh boy.
We're gonna go a little fast. We're gonna set it to fast this time, so we go through it a little bit quicker.
I don't want to go through fast. I need time. I need time to make my
No,
pick.
it's you're gonna have time to make your picks. It's just gonna go through the other picks faster,
Nah,
so we don't
fine.
have to sit and wait. All right. Let's enter the draft room. First pick is at 32, and here we go.
Please let Adonai
Mc-
Mitchell.
Did I just see that right? Did JJ McCarthy just go number one?
I'm I'm at a loss for words. What
I'm
just
assuming
happened?
I'm assuming you don't want to accept this trade.
No, of course not.
You got to keep telling me I'm going to keep going through trades until you.
I don't want to give up my first round pick. Get rid
Okay.
of all those trades. Okay, so who do we got available?
Xavier Worthy is available, but also is Lad McConkey. Or Kool-Aid McKinstry fell to 32?
It's a Kool-Aid McKinstry is tempting because we do need a corner. But give me Xavier Worthy. I can't pass on that.
Xavier Worthy.
Give me Xavier Worthy.
It's just an A.
Hey, that's fine. I'll take an A. I just want I need the Chiefs wide receiver core has not been the same without Tyreek Hill as a speed demon.
You also just got Hollywood in free agency, though.
But I'm talking about a receiver that Mahomes can say, screw it, someone's down there somewhere. We haven't had that since Tyreek. And
Yes, and you have
I don't think
Hollywood.
I don't think Hollywood's the go down wherever and get it guy. I think he's the skilled route runner guy. I don't want that. I don't want that.
Yeah, I kind of figured. All right, here's pick 64.
All right, I want someone in the secondary. So who can you filter out and see who we got at corner?
Yes.
I like the look of Renarder Green, but I think we can wait on him. We got anybody at safety? I want to beef up our secondary a little bit.
Javon Bullard is the best safety available. He's in the top 3 of players available overall.
It might be a weird pick. Give me Javon Bullard. However you pronounce his last name. As long as we just need to add weapons to our secondary. I know we've got Trent McDuffie still and Brian Cook, and I want to say Mike Edwards is still a Chief.
I'm assuming you still want to just decline all these trade offers, correct?
Yes, please. I'll start trading once we get into the fourth round,
Okay. Let's get
if I can get a
back
fair
to
offer. That
Paul.
is okay. So go to D line, please. I
D
wanna
line.
yes, I wanna beef up our D line a little bit. Not that our Leonard Taylor's still available. That I cannot pass on. Please give me Leonard Taylor.
Okie dokie.
How is that not an A plus? Come on.
That one
Mm.
you'd only be trading back 3 spots and you get a seventh.
Let's look at the other trade offers, but if nothing else, I'll take it.
2 fifths and a sixth.
No,
Fifth and a sixth.
no,
Fifth, a sixth, and a seventh.
no.
That's just highway robbery, I think.
Which one? Let me see. It hasn't loaded for.
The
Oh, there.
Chargers.
That is horrible. No. At
Okay,
first,
do
it
you want to
hadn't
move
loaded
back?
for me. Yeah, go and give me the Jets one. I didn't see what you were seeing at
Okay.
first. It hadn't loaded on my screen, and then that pops up, and I said,
Uh,
"Yeah, no."
I'm assuming you don't want to trade back from this pick any further.
Um, no. Let's not trade this pick away. I'll take this one.
Okay. What
Um,
position would you like to look at?
just go to all real quick.
I am on
Um,
all.
okay, so I see three of the top four players that I am liking the looks of. I like Zach Zinner as an interior lineman. I think he would be a good replacement for Nick Algretti, who just I can't, he obviously isn't a
He went
chief.
somewhere.
He went somewhere. I can't remember right off the top of my head where he went. Um, Theo Johnson would be a good tight end, although I know
You don't
Travis
need
Kelsey's
tight
getting
end.
old, and it's going to break my heart when he retires. But um, we did just get Irv Smith Jr., so I'll
Yeah.
pass on Theo Johnson. We don't need a running back. We don't really need an edge rusher because we do have George Karlaftis. Give me Zach Zinner.
Zach Zenner.
Yes, please.
Got a bunch of A's so far.
Hey, I'll give it an A for effort.
that
I'm trying to think of what I need next. Mm, unless I can.
one you'd literally be moving back 1 spot and get a sixth and a next year fifth.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, give Buffalo pick 159.
And they drafted a
Uh,
running back.
I don't know why they don't need a running back. They've got James Cook. I don't want to trade this pick away, so you can go ahead
Okay.
and.
Is
Ooh,
this where you take a corner? And Elijah Jones.
I want to take Elijah Jones, but at the same time, I just said I wasn't going to take a tight end, and when Ben Sinnott played against Oklahoma State, I was there and I saw him run all over our defense.
I I
Was
was there too.
not shy. I that it was our defense is not shy of any weapons, and he made our defense look pitiful. But I am going to take Elijah Jones. I am going to
Yeah.
take my corner.
Hey,
It
there's
kills
your
me.
first A plus.
It kills me. I want Ben Sinnott, but at the same time, I think that'd be a waste of a pick. I don't think he'd
This is a
play.
get. The Chargers just offered you the same trade value for a lesser pick.
No, I don't need that.
I don't know. This one you'd move back 2 spots and get a sixth.
Is there any other offer? It hasn't
Two
really been
seven.
loaded
This
on
the
my
same.
screen.
It's the same thing as the Packers are offering. Pretty much the
That's
same
fine.
thing as the
Give,
Chargers.
give me the Saints offer.
The Saints offer.
Because I see a guy on that screen that I am liking the looks of.
I'm assuming you
Oh,
don't
nope.
want to trade from this pick, correct?
No, I do not want to trade that pick away. The
Okay.
guy who I wanted to pick just got taken by Dallas, or so it appears from the top of the screen.
Oh, that linebacker from Ohio State.
Yep. Um. Well,
I think y'all definitely need Michael Pratt. I think he'd be your franchise guy.
we have Patrick Mahomes,
I
And we
think
have
Michael
Carson
Pratt could beat
Wentz.
him out. I think Pratt could beat him out.
I think you smoked something before you came on this podcast.
All right,
Okay,
who would you like to select?
it's between Jamari Thrash and Luke McCaffrey. And I get that he's a McCaffrey, but I'm taking Jamar Thrash. Sorry, Luke.
You still got 4 more picks left.
This
Do
isn't.
you want to?
Hey, no. My first pick that was a B.
Do
Um,
you want to do any more trades? You still have 4 picks.
um, nah. I'll stick with my 4 picks.
All right.
Okay, who do we got left?
Boom.
Um, well, no. Depending on who we still got left on this board, I guess just give me Javion Cohen. He's the best guy available. And I
Another
don't know
interior
who else I would
lineman.
take. Yeah.
One
Everyone
trade
says
offer.
the Chiefs O line
All right.
is the best in the NFL, and I would agree with that, but I do think we have some holes. Um there's like why is there so many tight ends on this board? Um Give me Curtis Jacobs.
Linebacker from Penn State.
Yep.
All
Wow.
right.
Look, more tight ends.
Well,
And I don't want a running back. Why does it says Dylan Johnson's a suggestion? We have Jarek McKinnon. We have Isaiah Pacheco. We have Clyde Edwards-Helaire just signed a new contract. So, um, I really don't know who I would take on this list, to be quite honest. Um, just because I'm curious and I still have time on the clock, go to kicker. I want to see if Alex Hale from Oklahoma State got drafted yet.
there's no more kickers after those. So,
Maybe he got drafted. All right, never mind. I don't need a kicker. Harrison Butker's my guy. Um, I guess draft Brennan Jackson, edge rusher from Washington State.
isn't a bad thing to beef up those edge rushers.
Yeah, but we have George Karlaftis and I mean, not saying he's a one man show, but he gets the job done.
All right. You've got
Am I Mister
you've got the
Irrelevant?
you've got the final pick.
I'm gonna make Mister
Who
Irrelevant.
is who
Who's
is
gonna,
going to be your Mr. Irrelevant? You could do Sam Hartman, make him Mr. Irrelevant.
I'm not taking a quarterback as Mister Irrelevant. That would make way too many headlines. Hold on, go back up to the top. All right, who's gonna be my Mister Irrelevant? Um, where's the NFL draft held this year?
Detroit.
Well, if it's in Detroit, we're gonna make the hometown kid Mr. Irrelevant. Let's go Drake Nugent.
Fair enough. All right, draft is done.
All right, what was Jake Nugent's?
I don't know, but you made 3 trades.
It wasn't too bad.
All right, so you picked Xavier Worthy, Javon
Yep.
Bullard, Leonard Taylor, Zach Center, Elijah Jones, Jamari Thrash, Javon Cohen, Curtis Jacobs, Brennan Jackson, and Drake Nugent. And I was correct. I did see that J.J. McCarthy went number 1.
I told you. I mean, you said JJ McCarthy went number one.
Yeah, I just
The fact
wasn't.
that, the fact that JJ McCarthy and Jaden Daniels went before Caleb Williams is insane to me. And the fact
And
that
how Marvin Harrison fell to 6 after going behind Odunze and Neighbors.
I was just about to say Odunze and Neighbors in front of Marvin Harrison is insane to me. Now, was I right?
Joe Alt fell to 19.
That's incredible. Tyler Guyton of Oklahoma went before
Went
Joe
at 6.
Ball.
I know. Adonai Mitchell went to the Eagles.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Oh, look, Xavier
Yeah.
Worthy, number 32. Kool-Aid McKinstry went to Washington. That makes me sad.
I feel bad for that man.
I do too.
All right. So we should have 2 mocks saved here. Okay, we have 3, but I'm not going to question anything.
Why do you have 3? Have you been practicing your mock drafts?
No, these were months ago. That one was a minute ago. But okay, we can't really look, I guess, at the Titans one. But I think starting out with Joe Alt and Adonai Mitchell is a freaking good mock draft start with just the first two.
Yeah, I think if the Chiefs can just use their first round on a skill player,
Yeah.
preferably a wide receiver, because that's what we need, especially now that Rasheed Rice is probably going to end up in jail. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I really hope we can take a receiver, preferably a Texas receiver, preferably one that goes by the name of Xavier Worthy, um, the king of the 40. I wouldn't be mad with Adonai Mitchell. I just think with the Chiefs' play style and Patrick Mahomes' arm, I think we would be better off with Xavier Worthy. But I also wouldn't necessarily be opposed to taking Kool Aid McKinstry,
Yeah. Getting that
or
corner if he falls to 32
which he probably
again.
won't.
Yeah,
I
no, I
really
don't
want
think
that
so.
corner from Iowa. I cannot remember.
Is it
Uh,
Cooper DeJean?
yes, Cooper DeJean. I could never remember his last name or how to pronounce his last name.
Yeah.
But if Cooper DeJean fell to 32, he better be suiting up in a Chiefs jersey next season. That's all I'm going to say.
Fair enough. All right. I think we had two pretty successful mock drafts. I
Yeah,
think outside, I mean, I picked all A pluses, so I'm not gonna complain. But
that's also judging off of a mock draft. I don't know how. I'm not gonna say I don't know how accurate these mock drafts are, but I mean,
all I'm saying is if the Titans need a draft analyst and they call me up, I ain't gonna hang up the phone on them because I'm gonna be like, all right, listen, I did
no,
a mock draft and got all A plus picks.
they should call you about a GM position because I guarantee you, even if you're not
I
qualified, you wouldn't hang up the phone for that call. I know you. I guarantee you would.
Oh yeah, for sure I'd take that call, but I also wouldn't want to put Ron Carthon out of the job because he is one
Well,
of the best
okay.
GMs in the league.
As your first act as GM, just make an assistant GM position and hire him
Fair
back.
enough. Fair enough. Heck, I'll be the assistant GM. I don't care.
Nah, they'll put you down on the sideline. They'll make you head coach.
No, I wouldn't want to push Callahan out of that job. I think he'll do great for us.
I feel like you almost said Mike Vrabel for a second, but you didn't.
It's still taking a little bit of getting used to. I will
I
say.
am not gonna be a happy person whenever I have to say head coach so and so and not head coach Andy Reid.
Yeah, that's
He's
fair.
getting up there in age, and it makes me sad. He's like the best coach in the NFL currently,
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you there.
and he's what, the third winningest coach of all time, fourth winningest
Something
coach
like
of all
that.
time. He's in the. I know he's in the top five winningest coaches of all time. I want to say he's fourth, maybe third.
Yeah, something like that. So, as most of you probably know, I didn't pick corner, really. Gabe, how do you feel about the Legarius Sneed trade that went down a couple weeks ago now, sending Legarius Sneed to the Titans?
He's making a mistake. He's going to have to sit in Nashville and watch the Chiefs three-peat, and I think he's going to regret taking the money over Super Bowl ring. I think that's all I'm going to say.
The man already has 2 rings. Now he just needs money.
But you got to have one for every finger. Or
You'd
unless you're
only
Tom
still have
Brady,
3 if you
unless,
three-peat.
unless you're Tom Brady, then you have to go over to the other hand.
To the other hand, yeah. But I think our pass defense will be one of the best in the league this year with the addition of Chidobe Awuzie and Legarius Sneed. But hey, and I predicted that Legarius Sneed would get traded to the Titans in our previous video. Although I did not think he'd just go for a third and a seventh.
That's a higher seventh and a third from next year that we can't even
Yeah, a third
use.
from next year. Yeah.
I thought if he was going to get traded, it would have been for at least a this year's second.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
If we could have gotten at least a this year's second, maybe with the addition of that, like of the swapping the seventh rounders like what actually happened. If we had swapped seventh rounders and gotten a 2024 second, I honestly I wouldn't have felt so bad about the trade. Actually, I think I kind of liked it. I would have liked it if we'd gotten a second,
Yeah,
but
I will
we
say
didn't.
one
We
thing.
got something we can't even use this year.
I will say one thing. I had saw a tweet not that long before the trade fully went down and it got announced that it had almost completely fell through because of money situations, like, but because they couldn't get a contract down. And then, like 2 minutes after I saw that, I saw a post on Instagram from a sports page. It said L'Jarius Sneed to the Titans, and I immediately went and looked on Twitter, and it was official, and I was kind of freaking out at the moment. I remember I FaceTimed you, and you were pissed, and I was ecstatic.
Well, so far, I think all five of your predictions were right, and
I said we'd get Hollywood, which wasn't right.
you did say you
Y'all
get
got
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
I
Yeah.
can remember. I thought y'all said that you were getting in a where you were going to go after a different receiver. I can't remember off the top of my head though.
I also said that we'd sign Derrick Henry back, but that didn't happen.
Okay, so technically, I'm more right than you are because
But I did say we'd sign Chidobe Awuzie,
fair enough.
and
Um,
we'd trade for L'Jarius Sneed.
I said that we would go after a receiver, and we got
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
And I said that we would bring Chris Jones back on a contract, and we just gave him what 100
Something
something
like that.
million.
I will say one thing. I was expecting us to sign a receiver in free agency. I was not expecting us to sign Calvin Ridley. That blew me away, but I love the pick. I love the pickup.
Here's what I'm gonna say about that deal. What was it now? 2 years ago, Antonio Brown or not Antonio Brown, AJ
AJ, yeah, yeah,
asked for
yeah.
that exact same deal, and he didn't get it. And then Calvin Ridley, who I would argue
Hey,
is
if you
worse
look
than
at one
AJ
thing,
Brown, got that deal. That's all I'm going to say.
different management. We had John Robinson as our GM back then. Now we have Ron Carthon.
And Brian Robinson's an idiot.
Yeah. Why do you think he got fired?
I
Amy
mean,
Adams Strunk, our owner, gave him full permission to give AJ Brown what he wanted, and he didn't give it to him. Instead, traded him to Philadelphia.
made these last couple of years for you. How do I put
Well,
this
to be
nice?
fair, it wasn't really most of our receivers' faults. It was our offensive line being dog crap.
But you still didn't have that one weapon you could rely on. So
Do not remind me about Dennis Daly. That man was so bad at left tackle.
it's like Jawan
I
Taylor.
felt so bad for Ryan Tannehill that year. And Malik Willis. I felt bad for both of them. I don't know how Dennis Daly was still on the roster.
Hey, speaking of left tackles that are absolutely horrible, Jawan Taylor for none other than the Kansas City Chiefs. He was the
Yeah.
number one single most penalized player in the NFL this year. It was
Hey, I tell
holding.
you one thing. Andre Dillard was horrible too, and I'm hoping they just one of our rookie linemen from last year just changed his number to 71.
Mm-hmm.
That is a cursed number because that is Andre Dillard and Dennis Daly's number that they wore, and they were both dog crap. So I hope, for all things holy, that he doesn't turn out to be absolute dog crap
He's going to. You know it's
because he switched to 71. Although Tajay wearing number 2 is going to look clean.
who was wearing number 2 beforehand.
Uh, Aziz Al Shayer, who went to the Texans. The Texans have a freaking super team down there, but I ain't scared.
I'm scared because I've heard rumors of the Texans playing against Kansas City in Kansas City as the Chiefs home opener, and I really don't want to start off the second year in a row going 0-1.
I want Sunday Night Football Week 1 to be Titans Texans in
That's
Nashville.
that's not going to happen.
Imagine Sunday Night Football, Texans at Titans with the Titans wearing the Oilers unis.
They'd have to make one of those like pregame songs or whatever that like some
Oh
famous.
yeah.
They'd have to make a song for that one. It'd be like
Oh
the
yeah.
Steelers Browns game this past season when freaking Snoop Dogg and Chris
Well,
Stapleton.
that's typically the Monday Night Football thing. I think is this last year was Snoop Dogg and Chris Stapleton, which that is a combo that I didn't expect whatsoever, but it's not bad, so I ain't gonna
No,
complain
I
about it.
liked it. I actually listened to that song on repeat for like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah. All right, I think that is where we will call this episode. We are almost at the 30-minute mark, so we will call it here, folks. I am Hunter. This was Gabe. And that was our mock draft and discussion on this year's NFL draft held in Detroit, Michigan. Thank you. We'll see you next time.